Kevin Brown has always looked out for his little brother, even if it meant following him over to the Middle East. His brother Joe enlisted in the Army Reserves as a junior in high school.
I'm the type that wants to do everything in life, you know. I want to say I did it, and I thought, why not? And so I came home and I said, I'm going to enlist. Mom and Dad, will you sign the papers? And
that triggered a series of events. Kevin, nearly 8 years older, was a college graduate, working in his field of study, and engaged to be married.
And next thing I know, I find out that he's in my unit. And so I go to my next drill, and I look at the sign-in sheet, and under First Platoon, right under my name, it says Kevin Brown.
I'm very protective of my family, and him as my little brother. When I was looking at joining too, actually, I was looking at joining and doing something completely different, until I found out that I knew that there's a possibility that he was getting deployed. And last minute, I ended up changing my MOS and changing where I was going to go. Because I told myself, if he's going over there, I'm going with him.
Yep, Kevin enlisted, even though in March of 2016 he'd married his wife, Kelsey. That protection instinct was too great, and so...
So we got married, and a couple days later we left for Mexico for a week for our honeymoon, and came back, and we ended up renting a cabin out on Lake Miltona for about a week to a week and a half, and then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, I'm hopping on a plane and I'm out of here.
Kevin and Joe trained together in the 312th Engineering Company in Fort Bliss, Texas.
So I knew we were going to deploy, and I told Kevin, I said, you know, I'm pretty sure we're going to get deployed. When we got back in October, we got our deployment orders. So it said, you know, you're getting called up for 400 days active duty for deployment overseas, you know.
So day one, we left, went overseas together. Yeah, we thought we were gonna be together a whole 9 months. I thought, you know, being away from family and my friends, you know, during the holiday season, at least I'll have my little brother there with me for Thanksgiving and Christmas. And we found out real quick that was not going to happen.
I went to 4 different bases in Kuwait. I stayed up in the most northern base for about a month and a half, did a project. My brother wasn't there, I was there.
The two spent time in both Afghanistan and Kuwait, but only 3 months in the same place.
We actually spent Thanksgiving and Christmas apart, and yeah, we were in different areas, and you know, there are times we're wondering, well, what, you know, for me, what's my little brother doing? You know, how's he doing?
Then one day, Kevin got a knock at his door.
I actually was in Afghanistan for Thanksgiving. I actually replaced my brother. So it was kind of funny because I knocked on his door, he opened it, and I said, well, hi, you know. And he knew I was coming, but he wasn't too thrilled because he didn't want to leave.
Although Kevin's wife was extremely supportive of his decision, it didn't make it easy to be apart. Kevin says it was also another woman in his life who provided strength and support, his mom, Sue.
She's one of the strongest people I know. She's able to get through anything.
Kevin says he's thankful he and his brother were able to serve when they did. He says a couple of years ago, that portion of the world was a much more unstable place. Regardless, he says,
I'm glad we did it together. I think it was a great experience for both of us. It brought us a lot closer.
You can be sure their next holidays spent together will be something they'll be much more grateful for. For the Voice of Alexandria, I'm Joe Krakowski.